throwing the ball absolutely fantastic, and he's been animated all week. It's fun to watch. That didn't look as clean off of his hand as I think he wanted it.
Had a little set up and stop shot there.
Yeah, that little hook set there.
Yep. Brian Voss has chosen to finish on the left lane. I think that's a great strategy, don't you?
I think so. He's going to be in. I know he's going to be in. He's going to be hooking it, and I think that's a good thing for him to do on that left lane, because trying to go straight, unless you're really good at being straight, I think it's a bad move.
Remember how many shots the last match that Lennie threw on that right lane where he didn't like it and ended up dead flush.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. Where his feet were at, I figured he's going to be in between third and fourth arrow. He really opened up the front part of the lane. He went around, 12, around 12 and got it out quick. And then slaps the 4 in front of the 7.
Yeah. Well, not a very good break to start the title match.
Well, in his practice shots, he had a couple that went right through the face, so I think he tried to open up the lane a little bit, but I thought he would try to open up the back end, but he opened up the front.
Yeah, he really did. He went sideways through the front pretty good on that first shot. So which angle do you like best? Do you like straighter is greater with Lennie Boresch, or do you like the angle that Brian Voss is playing?
I got my horse. I like straighter is greater.
All right.
Kennedy to outright reject claims that 2 vaccines cause autism. Kennedy would not.
We have a guy out here that's got 107 titles. That straighter greater has been pretty good for most of the time.
Because the data is there. And that's kind of,
but our eyes like to see the ball make that move on the back end. It's just fun to watch.
Beauty. Should be a double.
The distinctive walk of Brian Voss back from the approach, a little head shake.
Yep. Great shot. He's like, no, solid 7 there. How dare you?
But the hearing turning heated about her past support of Edward Snowden, the former NSA contractor who leaked sensitive intelligence secrets.
Your answer, yes or no? Is Edward Snowden a
Lennie hasn't moved at all. He's either going to just pipe it,
as someone who
what he does best, and that's what he did.
Yeah, and the thing that Lennie's doing is he's kicking the 10 out. We see it, how many times did we see it in the last match on the left lane where the 6 kicked the 10 out? And, you think about how many times you watch this pin action here where the 6 goes to the sidewall and catches enough of the 10 to knock it over. Think about how many times he's done that and how it's affected his score.
Well, he's been able to get it done where a lot of guys were hitting the pocket what they felt the same way, and all they did was leave 10 pin after 10 pin after 10 pin.
In a lot of weak 10s.
Oh, yeah. He's got the touch and the angle. Yeah, it's a matchup of obviously release and speed and ball surface, but he's matching up unbelievably.
And of course, as soon as we talk about it, it leaves a ring 10.
Yes. But that's what, and that's happened a lot where this whole week, the ball looked great going to the pocket, and it just left 10 pin. You're kind of befuddled, going like, I thought I threw that pretty good.
Oh, that was a good shot. The curse of Bo. Talk about how good his carry is. Next thing you know, he wraps a 10.
Hasn't missed a spare all week. Thud.
Yep. All right. Brian Voss now can step up, 3rd and 4th frame, with strikes and take an early lead.
So what's he going to do on this right lane?
Well, I'd like to see a little bit less angle through the front.
I thought he just threw it too far right. He just missed it. But obviously he intended to do that. Last week, I understand. Pattern was shorter, and we had 18 games of no re-oil. The guys were like firing it through the front part of the lane.
Is here to bring it down from the down. And that's it. This medication, big deal, because the first non-opioid medication of its kind to be approved for pain management. So tell us about
Okay.
I see how lazy that was. Is that why he wants to create more angle through the front to get it to the dry sooner?
But I didn't think he was going to make it back. He had so much angle through the front, and it looked like it was going to stop before it got to the pocket.
Maybe it was just a little miss at release.
Okay.
I mean, did the zone look similar to you?
The zone looked the same.
But yet that ball was lazy getting back.
Right, very.
So I'm going to go with maybe he missed it just a hair.
Okay.
50% reduction in pain in patients who took it after surgery.
Now, to take the lead.
I really expected him to tighten that line up on that right lane.
And who should consider taking it, and when will it be available?
Right, so this, again, is not meant for chronic pain.
Again, that's what we see back here, and what he sees at the line. His angles through the front isn't near as steep on the left lane. Not even close.
Well, I'm just going to go out on the limb and say 2 real fortunate hits. These last 2 shots for Brian. The hometown favorite, crowd behind him.
Well, hometown favorite, he knows the lanes. Let's go with that.
I love it. What he said.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
All right, thank you, Michael. Now we turn to skyrocketing egg prices and the search for savings. Consumer correspondent Becky Worley did the research, and she joins us now with where you can find the best deals. All right, later.
He's crossing right at 10-11. He's inched in because it's not a big move. He's inched in. And that, if you had those 2 shots side by side, Brian going this way through the front part of the lane and Lennie going that way through the front part of the lane.
To me, Lennie is the epitome of a saying made famous by Babe Ruth. Nothing tougher than beating a guy who never gives up.
Right.
And that, to me, is kind of sums up Lennie Boresch.
He never quits. He's fun to watch because when he gets on a strike roll, oh my God, he strikes forever. And he makes tough shots look simple.
I am not sure, folks, what is happening down lane. I can't see it.
I think he changed balls, didn't he? Or no?
I don't think so.
Or maybe he picked up the same ball. You ever done that? Picked up the wrong ball, threw it, and went.
Oh yeah.
oh
yeah.
Just threw the wrong
absolutely.
ball. I tell you what, he sneaks up on you, and you don't know he's coming.
And you know, for you Brian Voss fans out there, you may not like my next comment, but I got to be honest with you. Right now, if we had to pick a winner, I think Lennie Boresch is a little more convincing through 5 frames.
I do too. I'm not so sure after. I'm still not convinced the first 2 shots of what Brian did on the right lane. It just seemed so steep out of the front. Then the shot on the left lane was so far in. And if he's playing them that way, he sees something totally different than what anybody else on this pair's done. And if he does see that and he plays it and it works, kudos to him because that is amazing. That's why they're Hall of Famers. That shot wasn't as steep. That shot looked like the shot on the left lane, the previous shot. I have to believe that's what he meant to do the first 2 times. It just didn't happen.
You know, for me, watching Brian's reaction, he's so jacked right now that he needs to find a way to kind of get his emotions under control.
Well, you know, he's basically doing coaching now, and he hasn't been out here for a while, and now he's back in the title match, and he's pretty animated anyway.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I get it. I'm just saying. There's a long way to go in this match.
Right.
That needs to hook. Oh, it overhooked.
Oh, my God. That thing went dead left at the back end. He's wanted to go left, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's too far left.
Holy cow. This ball boomerangs in the back part of the lane. That was wide, and look at it check. Wow. Unexpected.
SafeLight makes it easy. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Hooking, it's always pretty to watch, but I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay.
You got to be scared of Lennie. He doesn't cover a lot of boards.
You know, the other thing I see about Lennie Boresch's release is that his ball doesn't read the front part of the lane.
Ever.
And that's why, with that low rev rate and that roll, it stores so well, and that's how he's able to kick the 10 out.
And you would, honestly, you wouldn't think it would with him being on the side of the ball in his
Right.
backswing and getting back through it the way it's so close to a full roller. You'd think it would hook up quick, and it doesn't. It just scoots.
Yeah.
And he's got such a short approach for a tall guy.
That bird really did it.
That's about as excited as you're going to see him get unless he throws the 1 in a 10th to win.
When he throws the winning shot is when you see him run it out and fist pump and all the acrobatic moves. But right now, Lennie Boresch, he's kind of like a cyborg, just kind of going through the motions.
Well, and that's a good thing. You know, if you're out here and you're getting all amped up and you're sweating and you're not making shots because your body's just going nuts. He's got formaldehyde in his system.
We're all tied up to take the lead by 10. Lennie Boresch left lane. Oh, that was pulled. That was pulled big time.
Yeah,
and it hydroplaned.
And it pulled to the pocket, and I still could have struck.
Wow. But this to me looked like it was left all the way. And I mean, it looked like it was on a sheet of ice until about 55 feet.
I don't think he was real happy with the shot, but he thought it might carry because he kind of fist pumped that one too. You know.
All right.
He's not happy with the outcome of that. Then Brian, he can step up to the bat and kind of hit a home run here.
1 pit in lead now for Voss. Getting up in the set.
I think I did good. A part 2. Well, watch part 2. But if you like and subscribe.